First, significance of the title The Great Fool for Japanese Zen masters. The word fool just does not mean an unwise or silly person. The kings and noble persons in the past had clowns or jesters for their entertainment and called them fool. And these fools, especially in Shakespeare's plays, were not just entertainers. They often spoke words of extreme wisdom to their kings and queens, especially during critical moments. The title The Great Fool, awarded to the realized Zen masters in Japan, should be considered in context of their supernatural wisdom and exceptionally simple lifestyle. Zen masters like Taigu and Taigu Ryokan lived a life that was simple, pure, and unconventional for monks of their time. They were selfless and acted from a sincere heart and refused to be part of the cultural elite and didn't take themselves too seriously. They lived like hermits and communicated with nature. They were known for their kindness and generosity, and sometimes forgot to beg for food because they were busy playing with children. In Zen, being a great fool is a state of mind that involves turning suffering into non-suffering. It's also known as the unique way to avoid disasters. Zen Master Taigu was installed as founding abbot of Nansenji Temple in Edo during the Jinna era. At this time, the daimyo kept a pair of prostitutes. The first was named Cricket, the second, Bell Ring Cricket. In the daimyo's residence was a handsome young page who had just reached manhood, and the two prostitutes were always trying to catch sight of him, though with scant success. One day, however, when the daimyo had gone out, a group of pages and samurai retainers were drinking and carousing, and the young page was secretly observed by the prostitutes through a peephole. There followed an exchange of letters, and soon the three were amorously entangled, the page unable to resist the prostitutes' advances. When word of this reached the daimyo, he was furious. The page was sent a blade and ordered to commit suicide, while the two prostitutes, terrified, fled to Nansenji Temple, where they pleaded for assistance. Zen Master Taigu hurriedly shaved their heads and gave them nuns' robes, after which they hid themselves in a remote alley. The irate daimyo dispatched samurai retainers to track down the prostitutes, and learning they had gone to Nansenji, the warriors entered the temple precincts in search of the pair. Taigu told the daimyo's men, "I know nothing of this." To which the enraged samurai declared, "In that case, we demand to search the temple." Taigu allowed them to proceed, but though they searched high and low, they failed to find their quarry and returned home empty-handed. News of these events was soon circulating in the city and thence to all the temples, including claims that the two prostitutes were being concealed at Nansenji. A greedy individual thereupon produced a woodblock print, which was hawked by a local gangster and featured two attractive Buddhist nuns, to which was later added the image of a giant Buddhist priest. By this means, false rumors were spread that the Edo branch temples reported to the Kyoto headquarters Temple Myo-shinji, in the imperial capital Kyoto. Taigu was consequently banned from the main temple. Determined to clear his name, Taigu departed abruptly for Kyoto. He hired a horse and groom to reach Kyoto. From time to time, the groom would casually sing a ditty popular among pack horse drivers, "Spring showers at village Kitayama, pay them no heed, and they'll clear up." Deeply struck by the song, Taigu clapped his hands and told the horse driver, "I won't be going to Kyoto." He thereupon returned to Nansenji, reflecting, "This is the best way for me to humble myself. If I appeal to the authorities, the rights and wrongs of the matter will remain murky." For now, I'll just stay quiet." So, the master abandoned his plan to travel to Kyoto and simply returned to Nansenji. 7 years after Taigu's expulsion from the headquarters temple, a Buddhist monk Tenkai wrote to Myo Shinji Temple in Kyoto asking that Taigu be pardoned and praising him as an eminent monk. "While I do not know the truth or falsehood of the matter," Tenkai wrote, "if proof of guilt is lacking, Taigu should be promptly restored to full privileges at the temple lest its reputation thereby be tarnished." Myo Shinji complied with Tenkai's request, and Taigu proceeded directly to the Kyoto temple, reciting a gatha, neither an ill-omened owl nor an auspicious phoenix, yet skilled both at concealment and freely flying about when circumstances are right. "The crooked will cease to conceal the straight, and the mountains of self and other be everywhere destroyed."